Have you ever had a package stolen from your doorstep? Or live in a not so safe neighborhood? Or maybe you just like to spy on your neighbors? Well, I've got the review for you. The Ring Video Doorbell 2. Video doorbells have been flooding the market recently. You have the Nest doorbell, you have the August doorbell, Blink video doorbell, Sky HD video doorbell, and you can find about a dozen other different knockoffs on Amazon. The real benefit of a video doorbell is being able to see who's at your front door whether you're home or not. And some of these even have built-in speakers on them so you can talk to who's at your front door right from your phone. Add to that ability being able to link some of these doorbells to third-party services like IFTTT, SmartThings, and Amazon, and you have the beginning of a very good home security setup. Out of the box, it feels a little on the cheap side. It doesn't feel super solid. It doesn't have a kind of a heft to it. It's made out of plastic, which is good for standing up to the weather, but the plastic it's made out of seems to scratch easily. And I've noticed almost immediately after setting it up that I had gotten a few kind of minor micro scratches on the glossy part where the camera is. It hasn't impacted the video quality at all, so it's still completely functional. On the design side of things, I give Ring a really high mark because it looks like a doorbell. When you look at it, there's no mistaking what it is. And that can't be said for some of the other competition that's out there. I mean, just look at the August doorbell. I mean, come on. When somebody comes to your door, they should immediately know what to do. They shouldn't have to puzzle it out. The Ring doorbell comes with two different interchangeable covers, one that's a silver and the other one that's kind of this bronzy brown. So between those two choices, it actually would fit a wide variety of home styles. The unboxing experience is really nice. They actually have a nice welcome packet, as well as the doorbell, the interchangeable cover, all the tools you'll need to install it. They even include a couple mounting plates to angle your doorbell for wedge and corner installation. If you already have a wired doorbell, you might be able to use that wiring to not only ring the chime in your house, but to power the video doorbell as well. Which means you don't have to do any kind of recharging or changing the battery, which is a nice perk, but the downside is not all wiring will work. It only supports between 8 and 24 volts AC, so if you use DC power for your current doorbell, it won't work. You'll have to change the transformer out. In my case, I didn't have wiring, so I'm just going off of pure battery. So the battery life when I first set up the Ring was awful. It was dead within 2 weeks. So I contacted tech support, and this is where my Ring experience went sideways. They really need to figure out their tech support because it seemed like their tech support people didn't talk to each other well or add notes to my file well. The first person said, "Oh, this sounds like a bad Ring. You're gonna have to return to the store or exchange it with us." The second person I contacted said, "Oh, it's probably a bad battery." So they sent me a new replacement battery. And the third tech support specialist recommended resetting the device, which actually ended up being the winning formula right there. Once I reset everything, set everything back up as if it was the first time, everything worked great. The batteries now last me between 5 and 6 months, and I have two rechargeable batteries. There's one in the device and then one waiting in the wings for when that one dies or is about to die. And so it's just a very simple procedure just to pop the battery out and pop a new one in. So one recommendation I have for battery users is to turn off the live view feature because it's going to eat through your battery much faster. And it's a feature you're not going to use very often. You won't miss it unless you're somebody who really likes to watch your grass grow.
Oh, come on. Hey, Peter. Hey, Joe. Damn it!
You can configure things like motion zones and schedules to control when the camera will record things and when it won't. Your mileage will vary because it really depends on your home setup. For me, my house is on a hill, so even when I had set up the motion zone range for about a 6-foot radius, it was still capturing cars and people walking down the streets. So there was a lot of fine tuning involved before I finally hit a sweet spot and got it to work the way I wanted it to. When somebody rings the doorbell, there's usually a 2 to 3 second delay I've found on my phone or tablet before it rings. And the video quality is passable at best. It's good enough to be able to identify somebody, but it's got kind of a softness to it, and there's a pretty extreme fisheye effect with the lens. Subscription fees are something you have to keep in mind with all video doorbells. There's an ongoing cost past the initial purchase, and Ring offers 3 tiers. The first tier is free, but all it gets you is video when somebody rings the doorbell or that live view feature. If you step up to the basic plan, it's $3 a month or $30 a year per device, and that gives you the same thing as free with the addition of a 60-day rolling window of video recordings. And if you step it up again, you can go to the Protect Plus plan, which is $10 a month or $100 a year for unlimited devices with the addition of a professional home monitoring service. So if you have 3 or fewer Ring devices, I think the sweet spot is to go with the basic plan, unless you really, really want that professional home monitoring service. Now, if you use the IFTTT service, which stands for If This Then That, it allows you to combine the Ring Video Doorbell with hundreds of other automated services. So you can do things like somebody rings the doorbell, you can have lights flash in your house so you have a visual cue in addition to the audio cue. You can set it up so that if you have home security cameras like Arlo Pro security cameras, that they will automatically start recording 30 seconds of video when somebody rings your doorbell. For me, I've got my Ring integrated with SmartThings, so if there's motion detected at the front door after sunset, it'll turn the front porch light on. It's pretty cool. Another nice add-on is the Ring Chime. It costs $30 and it will fit into any outlet in your home, hooks up to Wi-Fi so it doesn't have to be within a specific range of the Ring doorbell itself, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a chime. If you have a wired doorbell, you probably don't need this because it will ring the chime that's already in your house. But for somebody like me, I didn't have a wired setup, so getting something like the Ring Chime was kind of a must. A video doorbell isn't for everybody, so I wouldn't say this is a must buy, but we found it very useful to know when a package has been delivered or when our dog walker has stopped by. Combine those conveniences with home security, and we've been pretty impressed with the performance, price, and feature set of the Ring Video Doorbell too. So I'm curious, do any of you use a video doorbell? If you do, add a comment down below and let me know which one you use and what you think of it. And if you haven't subscribed, try hitting the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you know when I post a new video. I'm trying to post these about every week. This week I was a little late, but I'm trying to post them every Sunday night or Monday morning. And I want to thank all the subscribers again. I still cannot believe how fast this channel has grown. I've already passed the 500 mark, which is something I did not expect to hit 500 anytime soon. So it's really exciting to see how this channel is growing. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.